All right, this question, we're asked to solve this following inequality using the multiplication or division principle. Okay, let me just rewrite it again. So it's minus 4, I don't like yellow, doesn't turn out that good on the screen, minus 4 over 5 less than or equal to minus 6x. One thing that bothers me right off the bat is I'm sort of like a left-handed solver guy. I like having my x's on the left side. So I'm just going to switch them. Now, if you had something like, say, 2 is equal to 4x, you could just switch that and say 4x is equal to 2, and you don't have to do anything with that. If you have an inequality like this, you have to switch it. And so if I move my minus 6x to this side, I'm going to have to make that less than or equal to sign. I'm going to have to make it greater than or equal to negative 4/5. Okay, my stress level just went down. It's good. Okay, so now what I want to do is, let me just rewrite this equation again. I want to solve for x, not minus 6, so I have to get rid of the minus 6. So what I'll do is I'll divide this side by minus 6, but then on this side, if I were to write divide by minus 6 here, it sort of gives me a complex fraction, which I could deal with. But an easier way to do it, if you notice that there's a fraction on that side, is just to simply write over here, divide by minus 6. So using this symbol or this symbol, they mean the same thing. So what I do to one side, I can do to the other side. So on the left side, these are gone. On the right side, I've got two things I have to worry about. One of the rules when you're using a inequality like this, if you divide by a negative number, you have to change that inequality. So that inequality has to change to a less than or equal to. And that rule is if I divide by a negative sign or a negative number, then the inequality has to change. It's a little confusing because I had to change that inequality twice here. But the first one got changed because I switched sides. The second change happened because I divided by a negative number. Okay, now let's write what we have on this side. So it would be minus 4/5 divided by negative 6. Now what I can do here is, it's negative 6 over 1. When I divide by fractions, I can change the divide to times as long as I flip over this second fraction. You leave the first one, but you flip the second one over. So this would be 1 over negative 6. Let me just take stock and see if I've got everything right there. I think so. Okay, so now x is less than or equal to, if I multiply, I get minus 4 times 1 is minus 4. 5 times a minus 6 is a minus 30. Let's do some more simplifying. The two negatives will cancel. So I'll get x is less than or equal to 4 over 30. But I think I can divide 2 into each of those. So dividing 2 into the 4 gives me 2. Dividing 2 into the 30 gives me 15. All right, hopefully that helps solve that question. You could have solved it and left the x on the right-hand side. Maybe why don't I just do that quick? So I could have left that x on the right-hand side. Let me just rewrite it again. So minus 4/5 less than or equal to negative 6x. So I could divide each side by a negative 6. Let me rewrite it again. So minus 4/5 less than or equal to minus 6x. So I'll divide this side by negative 6. And because there's a fraction, I'm just going to write on this side, divide by negative 6. So on the right-hand side, the x's or the minuses cancel, the 6's cancel. When I divide by that negative 6, I have to remember to change this sign. So this sign will now be greater than or equal to. Yeah. And then on the right side, I just have an x. And on the left side, I'll have minus 4/5 times 1 over minus 6. Same game here, the negatives cancel. You see I'm going to come up with 2/15 here. But it's going to read 2/15 as greater than or equal to x, which is the same as this. So For me, it's awkward to write it like that with the x on the right-hand side. If you're reading it backwards, you could say x is less than or equal to 2/15. But it's more normal or custom tradition to have the x on the left side. So at this point, I could change the x to this and the 2/15 to this side, but then I'd have to change the inequality. And you see that that comes up and it gives you the same answers I got in the first time. All right, hopefully that helps you.